I own your soul.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2012. I should say probably for the rest of 2012 because it's almost the third month of 2012 already, but you know what? There's so many other movies coming out this year. I mean, so many. I could easily make a top 20, but I'm not because I don't want to be here all day. So I made a top 10 and I gave a few honorable mentions. Of course, I always have to do that. So let's start off with my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2012 for the rest of the year. Let's do this, of course, with the honorable mentions first. I'm just going to throw these names out. Okay, the first one is Riddick, the new Chronicles of Riddick movie. I love Pitch Black. I think it's a great movie. Hopefully this is going to be good. John Carter looks stupid, looks like it could be fun. Dialogue-wise, it looks like crap, but still. It's also directed by the guy that made Toy Story 3 and a bunch of other Pixar movies, I think, and Disney films. So I'm just gonna hope, you know. Paranormal Activity 4. I love Paranormal Activity as a series. I don't know, they're kind of event movies for me. And yeah, event. I didn't say vent movies. Like I just vent my frustrations out there. I just go, god damn it, fucking cameras. Fuck. Anyway, Wrath of the Titans is my next one. I like Clash of the Titans. I did. I know everybody hated that movie, but I kind of dug it. I was like, hey, you know, it's a fun movie. It's not good, but it's fun. And I'm looking forward to this one. It looks pretty much the same. You know, the trailer for the last one lied. The trailer made it look like an awesome, badass action movie, and it really wasn't. It was still a fun one, but, you know, this one, again, it does the same thing. It makes it look like a badass action movie. Hopefully this time it actually is. So, yeah. Snow White and the Huntsman, the only reason why this isn't in my top 10 is because Kristen Stewart's in it. So I'm looking forward to like a Twilight romance, which I don't want. World War Z, which is the Brad Pitt zombie movie coming out, which is based on, I think, a book or a graphic novel. I can't remember. Never read it, but I heard it was great. And Ghost Rider, which comes out in a couple days. That's why it's on my honorable mentions, not in my top 10, because it's coming out very soon. So anyway, there you go. There's my honorable mentions. Now let's talk about the actual top 10. Starting with, of course, number 10, which is Men in Black 3. I'm really looking forward to this film because I love Men in Black. I just love Men in Black as a series. You know, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, who would have thought they would make a great pair? I never thought in a million years they would, even when I was 7 and I saw the first movie. Well, you know, if you think about it now, it still wouldn't make sense, but you watch the movie, the first one at least, and it's perfect. The chemistry is so good between them. The second one is still a fun movie, but it's kind of like Ghostbusters 1 and 2. You know, 1, fantastic classic movie. 2, same thing with Men in Black. So I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, I saw the trailer. It looks very funny. Josh Brolin looks like a great addition to this cast, and he's doing a great job as doing a impression of Tommy Lee Jones. He's great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Men in Black 3. It's still the same director as Men in Black 1, but it's also the same director as Men in Black 2, so I'm kind of excited and worried. But I still put it in my top 10 because, I don't know, the trailer made me laugh and it looks a lot of fun. So, there you go. Now, let's talk about the number 9 film, which is The Hunger Games. Now, the reason why this isn't higher on the list is because I never read the book. But the trailer does look really good. It looks very interesting. It definitely looks like it's going to be the new trilogy or the new Harry Potter series. I don't know how many books there are in the series. Maybe 3, 4, I don't know. Maybe there's just one now, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a very good movie. Jennifer Lawrence plays the main character, Katniss, I think. And I love Jennifer Lawrence. After I saw Winter's Bone finally, I thought she was great in that. I saw, of course, X-Men. She was great in that. So I really like her, so I can't wait to see this. The Hunger Games is my number 9. My number 8 film now is Django Unchained, which is a new Quentin Tarantino movie. If you do not know, I don't know why you wouldn't know, but if you did not know, new Quentin Tarantino film, I can't wait to see this because he always gets a huge cast of actors I really like. Jamie Foxx, Leonardo DiCaprio, I think Christoph Waltz is in this film, just like he was in his last film. And there's plenty of other ones that I really love. Oh, he's also bringing back Kurt Russell in this film, which is a freaking thumbs up in my book. So you know what? I can't wait to see this film. I really can't. Django Unchained. Let's do this. Alright? So, now, my number 7, The Bourne Legacy. The Bourne Legacy, if you do not know, is the 4th movie in the Bourne series, and this one is the first one to not have Bourne in it, Matt Damon. This one actually has Jeremy Renner in it, and it's actually directed by the guy that wrote the first 3 movies. I don't think he ever directed any of them. He might have directed the first one, which in my opinion is the best one. I know everybody's gonna hate me for saying that, but I do. I think the first one's the best one. But yeah, he's directing it. He's the writer of all 3 past ones. And I'm looking forward to it. I love Jeremy Renner. I think he's a great actor, and I want to see how they're going to expand on the universe of the Bourne universe. So, yeah, I can't wait to see it. Bourne Legacy looks great, and also the trailer was really good, so there you go. Number 6, The Amazing Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man 3 left a really bad taste in my mouth, but ever since I heard there's going to be a new reboot of Spider-Man, it's going to be set in a different series, the Amazing series, and it's going to have the guy that directed 500 Days of Summer, which is an amazing, so much fun movie. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to see it, and I saw the trailer, and it looks a lot of fun. Not the first one, the second trailer, not the first one. The first one was the second one was really good. I mean, they added comedy, they added dark material into it that actually looks like it works, unlike Spider-Man 3. I can't wait to see this. I love Spider-Man. The special effects look great. Lizard's in it, which is a good idea because he was in the first 3 movies, except he really wasn't. It was just the Doctor, not the Lizard, which was stupid. So, anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That was my number 6, The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, let's go on to number 5, which is Skyfall, which is the new James Bond film that's coming out later this year, directed by Sam Mendes, who has made plenty of amazing films before this, so I am really looking forward to this. If you do not know, Casino Royale is one of my favorite movies of all time. Quantum of Solace, not really, but it's still a lot of fun. That movie is fun. So it has Daniel Craig, so it automatically gets a point in my book. I can't wait to see this. I want to see what he does with it. If he continues the story of Casino Royale the way I wanted it to continue, not the way Quantum of Solace continued it, I really want to see what happens. So there you go, Skyfall. I can't wait. James Bond is back. So now let's go on to number 4, which is The Hobbit: Unexpected Journey, which I love Lord of the Rings. I do. Now, I never read the books, or did I read The Hobbit, but that, in my opinion, is good, because you don't know what's going to happen if you never read the books. Now, in this is a prequel, so you kind of know what happens, but in a way. I can't wait to see this film. I mean, the trailer looks so epic. Whenever they start, well, not whenever, right when they started to sing in that trailer, I popped a nerd boner, like right there. It was there, and it was in the theater too with a bunch of kids, which was not good. So I don't recommend watching a kids movie that has this trailer, or just skip the trailers and go into the movie with no trailers, because you're gonna get a boner. So anyway, that was creepy. So anyway, yeah, The Hobbit. I can't wait to see it. I mean, it has most of the same actors, some new ones, of course, because it's a prequel, so you need younger actors. But for the most part, I can't wait to see this. I can't. So thank God it's coming out like 2 weeks before the end of the world. Whew, thank God. Anyway, let's go on to number 3, which is The Avengers, which I don't need to say much about The Avengers. It's The Avengers. This movie has been teased for the last, 5 years? Maybe, 4 years. And it's finally coming out. It looks great. The first trailer was a lot of fun until it kick-started that freaking really lame-ass team music. And then it got really badass with that Super Bowl trailer that came out. I can't wait to see The Avengers. I don't need to say much more. Now let's go on to my number 2, which, we're already at number 2. Look at that. Wow. My number 2 is Prometheus, which I can't wait to see this movie. I really can't, because Ridley Scott is not telling us this, but this is the Alien prequel. He keeps saying it's not. It's the Alien prequel. I'm sorry, Ridley Scott. You made the Alien prequel, because I saw the trailer. I can't wait to see this. I mean, first of all, you had some of my favorite actors, Noomi Rapace, Charlize Theron, Michael Fassbender, which if you add Michael Fassbender to any movie, I'll go see it. Except if it's Haywire, Shame, or Dangerous Method. Those weren't in my theaters. That's not fair. Anyway, this movie looks so good. The trailer was so haunting. It reminded me so much of how trailers used to be, where it didn't tell you much. It just showed you stuff, like little bits here and there. And it just had this badass music. I cannot wait for Prometheus. The only reason why this isn't number 1 is because it's Ridley Scott, who has disappointed me a little bit in the last couple years. Robin Hood, you remember that movie? That movie sucked. so boring. So anyway, there you go, Prometheus. Now, the number one movie that I cannot wait for 2012 is Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. No, I'm just kidding. It's The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I cannot wait for this film. This is the epic conclusion of the Dark Knight series, or the Batman series, from Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan has never let me down, ever. Every single film that I've ever seen from him, which I've pretty much seen every one except his first one, Following, which I still want to see, is amazing. I mean, he makes some of my favorite movies of all time. The Dark Knight, Memento, Prestige, Insomnia. I love this guy. He makes amazing films, and he won't let me down. I know he won't. The Dark Knight Rises is going to be great. The trailers look great. Everything looks great. I can't wait to see this film. I really can't. The Dark Knight Rises looks like it's going to end the Dark Knight series off with a bang, and I cannot wait until it happens. So, there you go. There was my top 10 most anticipated movies and some of my honorable mentions that didn't make the top 10. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and look forward to my top 10 worst movies and top 20 best movies coming up later this week. Thank you, and goodbye.